What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. So today my fire team and I cleared the day 1 Kingsfall raid, and I was lucky enough to get the Touch of Malice on my first clear. So I figured I would make a video breaking down what the gun does. So if you're a D1 veteran, you'll remember this weapon did a ton of damage on the final round of the magazine, but it would cost you your health. I wasn't sure if they would bring that perk back, as we now have things like Well of Radiance, Healing Rifts, Healing Grenades, Restoration, Devour, etc. With that being said, I'm extremely happy that they brought it back in its original form. So first, let's look at the weapon itself. It has polygonal rifling and flared magwell. It then has the perk Charge with Blight. Precision hits drain combatants' life force and charge up a ball of darkness. Press reload and then fire to unleash the Blight projectile, shrouding combatants in darkness and temporarily blinding them. And then we have Handlaid Stock. It is a 260 RPM rapid fire pulse, so it can shoot in full auto. And then, as mentioned before, it has the intrinsic perk Touch of Malice. The final round in the magazine deals bonus damage, drawing from the wielder's life force and then regenerates itself. Rapidly defeating 3 targets restores health. So there is quite a bit to go over here. First off, a couple great pairings are a Devour Warlock or a Loreley Splendor Titan. I think this could honestly be a bit busted in PvP with Loreley Splendor. And speaking of PvP, like any rapid fire scout, it hits for 47 to the head and 28 to the body. But its final round gets a 30% damage boost, hitting for 61 to the head and 36 to the body. This means it can get easy 4 taps, and if you run any type of damage buff like an Empowering Rift, you could get 3 taps. That's really all you need to know about it for PvP, so now let's look at PvE. In PvE, on red bars, it hits for 3698 damage to the body and 6271 to the head. And with the perk active on the final round, it hits for 7395 to the body and 12542 to the head, which is double the damage. This is honestly no joke. On our second clear on challenge mode, I used this in the Oryx encounter and it was shredding through the red bar enemies. I also tried it on the Sisters, but it wasn't nearly as good there. I got out DPS by my clanmates using linear fusion rifles, but that is to be expected. Think of it as on the level of Outbreak Perfected. Not a DPS king, but a very good DPS option for a primary. I'm not sure how viable this would be in endgame such as Grandmasters compared to Outbreak though, as staying alive is very important, but it does deal awesome damage for a primary weapon. So as you land precision hits, you'll charge up Charge with Blight. You need 10 precision hits to hit times 10, at which point you can launch a Blight Shadow, similar to what Taken Captains throw. If you try to do the special reload before times 10, nothing will happen. This Blight Cloud will stun enemies for 10 seconds, which is a pretty decent amount of time, and it works on yellow bar enemies. This could be really good in certain scenarios for sure. Like in the day 1 raid when the Yellow Knights spawn in during War Priest, this would have been nice to have indeed. That being said, I took it into the Legend and Master Lost sector for the day, and the Blight cannot disorient champions unfortunately, so it loses some utility there. I thought it would be really cool if it could stun a teleporting Overload Captain or Minotaur, but sadly it cannot. Another part of the perk Touch of Malice is that after 3 kills you get some health back. This actually starts health regeneration, so if you get shot while the regen is going, your health bar will stop going up. Even still, this is a nice perk to have if you are slaying out with the weapon, especially if you are far away from danger, and this weapon does excel at long range. And that is really all there is to the weapon. There is a catalyst for it, but I do not have that yet. I just wanted to get a video out there to show you how the gun works in D2. Like I said, I used it in the final encounter on challenge mode, so even if it isn't the best for GMs, it can still be used in other high-end content. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, a like and sub would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and take care.